From the legendary dungeons of Kalmar Spelklubb, we bring you a Spoils of War objective battle. Frontline clash between Dread Elves and Sylvan Elves. The Dread Elves drop everything first. Their Wizard Conclave has these spells, and the Pegasus riding Wizard Master has these spells. 3 Krakens and an Altar of Death. It seems like the Dread Elves are going aggressively out for the first turn. Vanguards.
So, Dread Elf turn 1, and the Dread Elves have moved up far on the right side, even getting Raven's Wing off on the Blades of Nab, and also got Twisted Effigy off on those skirmish dudes over there. And on the left, we're waiting to see what the Sylvan Elf player will do. And so far, no casualties.
After turn 1 for the Sylvan Elves, we have to sum things up with a local colloquy. Från tur till otur på en tur. The Witch Elves got off a magic move, got very close, but Unity in Divergence fried off 11 Elves. And then the Fast Cavalry was shot down. So it looks very different now on this flank, which the Dark Elves had a great advantage on, because of the lucky magic phase of the Sylvan Elves. Maybe the wrong strategy, the Dark Elf player said, to dispel the other spell instead of Unity Divergence. That was Ice and Fire, which was dispelled. The Dread Elves on their second turn charge, among other things, the flank of the Dryades with 1 Kraken and the front with another Kraken. In addition, Witch Elves charge the Thicket Beasts, and a Chariot charges the Dryades' front as well. The Altar summons up the Spirit of Swiss Dryad. The Blades of Nab Witch Elves succeeded in their charge of the 4 Thicket Beasts. 1 of the Krakens and the Chariot got into the Dryades, but not the other Kraken. And these Blades of Nab failed on their flank charge of the Thicket Beasts.
So, end of turn 2 for the Dread Elves, and on the left flank we're preparing to fight off the hard-hitting stuff, while on the other flank things have not gone as planned. The Blades of Nab charged into the Treekins, Thicket Beast, didn't do much and ran away. But we'll see if they manage to rally and do some more damage. We had some more charges here, but failed half of them, approximately. These blades failed the charge on the Thicket Beast, and that Kraken failed the charge on the Dryads. And that Kraken, which is in combat over there, earlier had the help of a Chariot, but it died. It would have died anyway, but it took some dangerous wounds on the way. So it's a bit shaky on the right flank, which earlier were the strong flank. So we'll see how this goes. So the Sylvans have now closed in a bit on this side of the table, and can imagine they want to charge the Dread Elves in the next turn. We have a Shaft the Tower Guards with a Wounded Eagle. So it's getting a bit cramped in the Dread Elf center. Over on this flank, it's now the Sylvan strong flank, but the Kraken held its ground very good against the Dryads and the Thicket Beasts. So now the tide have turned again, and we'll see if the Sylvans can stand up against more foes.
A Kraken gets into the Dryads with the Blades of Nob. It looks like even though they reformed into ranks, turning against the Blades of Nob, the Dryads might be what we call compromised.
Really? Fake. So we're at the middle of turn 3, about to commence the Sylvan Elves turn. But over here not much have happened. Some strafing and some magic, or Breath of Corruption to be exact. On this flank the Blades of Nob made short work of the Dryad unit, but they let them run away. So here they are. The Thicket Beasts are starting to get thinned out. So once again this flank looks to be in favor of the Dread Elves, but over here it's still undecided. Perhaps it is over here too, who knows.
The grand battle with the Dread Elves' most valuable unit went against them. We forgot that the Forest Rangers were distracting on charge, which led to equal kills, 18 wounds on each side. But fate intervened, and the bodyguard rule did not save the stubborn Tower Guards from fleeing. They fled and were caught by the Wild Huntsman, the one remaining. On the other side here, things are playing out. The huge Krakens are a terror to the Sylvan Elf flank, and they're not quite sure how to beat down the two Krakens. I think one of them has 2 wounds left and the other is full of life. However, units in Divergence killed 10 more Witch Elves there, so that threat is being reduced quickly. The Dread Elf player has few tactical options in terms of body count. They have few units to take the spoils of war with, and this unit of 7 will have 2 spoils of war in the next round. But the Dread Elves have a heavy advantage with their Krakens, which could kill the Avatar of Nature in 1 round, if they don't choose to go for the Magician unit of Spearmen and this flank instead. Let's see, turn 4. The Wizard Conclave charges the Kestrel Knights.
Dangerous.
As does the Magician. The Magician charged in. And here come the Kraken and the Altar of Death into the Spearman and the Cosmology Master.
So welcome back for turn 4, I think it is. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And over here we had a combat between the what's called?
Forest Rangers, Kestrel Knights.
Kestrel Knights and the Acolytes together with the Oracle. The Kestrels were beaten and run down, and then it looked like this. After some magic, the Rangers are reduced to 3 models, and over here
13 deaths.
It's 13 killed forest guards. We haven't removed them yet, but soon. And here we have the avatar is about to charge the blades together with the remaining forest rangers. So it's starting to get bloody here, and we're probably soon done.
In turn 5, the Kraken charges, and the forest rangers cannot flee. They're immune to psychology. So the charge occurs here instead. It's magic. It really is. Only 9 spear elves and the magician remain, but they're still steadfast, so they stand there. We still haven't picked away the spear elves, and here the Kraken charges the archers. With a failed charge. But no arrows from 2 shooting hails have gone through to the Kraken. No wounds.
So halfway through round number 5, and over here the poor rangers got charged by the oracle and the kraken and died, but they made a wound on the oracle before they went. And over here we have a valiant huntsman who survived a hard round of magic. And on this flank, the forest guards. The forest guards finally bit the dirt and ran away. Got run down by this kraken, who also ran out the board. So now we're at the Sylvan Elves, turn 5, and we can look forward to what looks like a 3-man fight. Or something like that.
Snabbnyheterna melder. These poison shooters have not shot all the game because of Twisted Effigy in the first round, but they forgot all the remaining rounds. Now they try to pick off the magician, not succeeding. The wild huntsman is in the game again, and the avatar charged the altar of death, causing it to flee and run off the table. The avatar only has 2 wounds left though. The archers did 4 wounds to the Kraken. Will the Kraken charge now? The other Kraken comes onto the table again after chasing off the forest guards. Last round, Dread Elves.
So last gaming round for the Dread Elves, and after a very well planned plan. It looks like this. This kraken didn't dare to charge with only 1 wound left, so I planned to put him there and eventually hope for Twisted Effigy. And over here we just moved out of the charge yard from the avatar. This kraken moved up and got through Raven's Wing and killed the last huntsman. And over here we have the Acolytes, who tried to kill the sentinels, but the breath of corruption was dispelled. But then Pentagram of Pain claimed 3 models. And then the most crucial of all, we had Twisted Effigy with 3 dice left, but I have moved the oracle too far back, so I had lost the range for the Sylvan archers. So instead, the sentinels got it. Well, last turn for the Sylvans now.
The Dread Elves think that with their agility, they might have had a slight edge in this match. The archers didn't have to shoot the last Kraken. The Treeman did it with his entangling roots for them. So here's the end of the battle. 2 Krakens, the Oracle, and these Conclave Wizards stand against the Sylvan Sentinels, the Archers, and the Avatar of Nature. Is that pretty much a draw, or do the Dread Elves have a little more left on the table? We've calculated very roughly, it's as close as it can get. So it's a point draw and nobody has any objective. The Forest Rangers were the only ones conscious of the objective of the game. So we're saying goodbye from these damp forests, which strangely grow in the dungeon of Kalmar Spelklubb. The units of the game, we're saying this because we're going to a tournament now. We won't publish this video before the tournament is over for strategic reasons. The unit of the game on the Dread Elf side was maybe the Magician, the Oracle. He did a lot, flying about and getting Veil tokens when he did kills in combat and so on, and great spells. The Forest Rangers, which took the Tower Guard, are perhaps the best unit on the Sylvan Elf side. Or the one Hydra, which fought against Thicket Beast, Dryades, and so on, was maybe also the Dread Elf best unit.